Doing laps in the Hubbard community pool has never looked or sounded quite like this. This is what months of creativity and planning and nervousness looks like for Hubbard High School physics teacher Irene Pizanius.
Well, I've been here for 21 years. I teach all sciences, so I've taught physics here, I've taught chemistry, physical science, environmental science, anatomy, I've taught it all. But this year I'm mainly a physics teacher and physical science teacher.
Her lesson plan on buoyancy took a bounce in a new direction this year.
I wrote up a whole curriculum for it, a whole unit, and wrote it up, and I presented it to Miss Yob, and I said, can I do something like this? You know, because I didn't know about liabilities with the pool and things like that. And she said, yeah, you can do that. And I was like, yeah.
And that new direction was anchored by junior Nick Bowser. He was determined to set sail on a new kind of learning adventure.
We had a thing called the Steam Festival, which is just it's a big festival. We pick a day that we do like roller coaster building, bridge building, paper arm straws to hold weight and stuff, paper roller coasters. We do a bunch of fun things. And I asked her if we could do this year. And she was like, that's a really good idea. I'm not gonna do it. And I'm like, huh. And she goes, we're gonna do it it's its own thing. It's not gonna be the Steam Fest, we're gonna do its own boat race. And I'm like, awesome, that sounds like a great idea. And then she came back with like a month later, wrote an entire 3-page set of rules, and she gave us the rules, and we had every Friday since October, I wanna say, to build our boats.
And with the help of his beloved teacher, the Eagle Regatta became a hands-on experimental reality.
It was just so much fun, and it was really something different that like just instead of just sitting in a physics class learning about how water affects boats, seeing it and feeling it. It's an awesome thing that you got to like really see and feel.
Did you learn anything today?
Yeah, I did. I found out that boats that are like these need to weigh a lot so they can actually sink into the water, so the base of the boat is more surrounded by the water. But with boats that are this small and don't weigh as much, you need more surface area to be able to stay afloat. As like the two boats that won, they were giant squares. They weren't angled like this. They weren't skinny. They were just giant, big, bed-looking boats.
And speaking of winners, Shea Whitaker and his teammates are the masterminds behind Big Shirley. And she surely was the obvious winner of the race.
Honestly, at first, it was kind of like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. We were a little confused, a little lost. And I believe it was either one of our team members, Molly or Julia, they suggested that we do a point at the beginning of our boat to divert the water, move it away. And then it was either Elise or Nathaniel who suggested putting a bump on the bottom of the boat to make the boat float more, kind of like a bubble between the water and the cardboard.
And it worked.
And it worked.
So Big Shirley came in first, but it was clear everyone who rowed their way through the Eagle Regatta were all winners, thanks to Mrs. Pizanius.
100% I'm gonna remember this. I mean, this was exciting. This was amazing for Miss Pizanius to do this for us. I mean, she's an amazing teacher, and she deserves a shout out herself.
Miss Pizanius is definitely an awesome teacher. She listens to all the kids, she answers questions, she gives you, like physical things to look at to learn. Like this was awesome. She didn't have to do this. She didn't have to take the time out of her day to write rule books and actually have fun with this. And she gave us, it was like a weekly completion points for it too, so it was like we were getting work done with it too. And she'd give us worksheet problems with it too, so like seeing like the buoyancy of the water and all that, it was awesome, it really was.